Did you know that some plants are believed to do more than decorate your home or freshen the air? In many old traditions, certain plants were treated like living guardians placed near doors, windows, bedrooms, and sacred corners because people believed they could shift the energy of a space. While modern homes are filled with candles, crystal sprays, and expensive cleansing tools, our grandmothers often trusted something much simpler, a plant growing quietly in the right place. Today, we're looking at 15 spiritual plants believed to attract positive energy into your home. Some are known for protection. Some are connected with peace, abundance, dreams, courage, and purification. And some have been used for hundreds, even thousands of years in household rituals across different cultures. Before we begin, remember these plants come from folk traditions and spiritual beliefs. Their energy is symbolic, emotional, and cultural, but for many people that is exactly what makes them powerful. If you enjoy learning how to turn your home into a peaceful sanctuary, make sure you subscribe. Now let's begin with one of the strongest protective plants in old spiritual practice. Number 1, rue the guardian against negativity. Rue has a reputation that feels almost serious. It is not a soft, delicate plant. Its blue-green leaves, sharp scent, and bitter nature have made it a symbol of protection in Mediterranean and Latin American traditions for generations. People would place rue near doors, windows, and entrances because they believed it could protect the home from jealousy, the evil eye, and negative energy before it crossed the threshold. In some households, dried rue was hung above the doorway. In others, it was grown in pots right outside the front door. But rue must be respected. It can irritate the skin, especially when touched before sunlight exposure, and it should never be eaten by children or pets. Spiritually, think of rue as a gatekeeper, strong, silent, and watchful. Number 2, bay laurel, the plant of victory and abundance. Bay laurel has been connected with success since ancient times. In Greek and Roman culture, laurel crowns were symbols of honor, achievement, and triumph. That meaning still follows the plant today. In the home bay, laurel is believed to invite prosperity and opportunity. Some people write wishes, goals, or prayers on dried bay leaves and burn them as a symbolic release. Others keep bay leaves near the entrance, inside a wallet, or on an altar to attract financial luck and personal success. What makes bay laurel special is that it feels both practical and sacred. You can cook with it, grow it in a pot, and use it as a spiritual reminder that success should be welcomed into your home with intention. Number 3, hyssop, the ultimate purifier. Hyssop has long been associated with cleansing, renewal, and spiritual purification. In older religious and folk traditions, it was used after sickness, conflict, grief, or any period when a home felt heavy. Its scent is fresh, herbal, and almost medicinal. People used hyssop in floor washes, cleansing water bundles, and smoke rituals to symbolically clear stagnant energy from a room. Hyssop carries one simple message: the heaviness does not have to stay. A home can be refreshed, a room can be reset, and energy can begin again. In the next part, we'll move into angelica, mugwort, and holy basil, 3 plants connected with divine protection, dreams, intuition, and sacred entrances. Number 4, angelica, the divine protector. Angelica is one of those plants whose name already feels spiritual. For centuries, it has been connected with protection, blessing, and guardian energy. In old European traditions, angelica was believed to carry a sacred force, the kind of presence that made a home feel watched over. This plant grows tall and impressive with large umbrella-shaped flower clusters that seem to rise like a natural shield. Its roots, seeds, and leaves have a strong earthy aroma, slightly sweet, slightly musky, and deeply grounding. Traditionally, people planted angelica near doorways, garden edges, and property boundaries. They believed it could guard the home, push away harmful influence, and invite higher protection into the space. Some carried angelica root as a charm. Others burned it in protective rituals or kept it near sacred objects. Angelica is not loud or dramatic. Its energy feels steady. It is the plant you bring into your home when you want to feel spiritually safe, protected, and supported by something greater than yourself. Number 5, mugwort, the dream enhancer. Now we move from protection into intuition. Mugwort has been used for thousands of years in dream work, spiritual vision, and inner guidance. It is often connected with the mysterious space between waking life and the dream world, that quiet place where symbols, memories, and messages begin to rise. Traditional practitioners would dry mugwort and place it inside dream pillows, hang it near the bed, or burn it before sleep. The belief was that mugwort could help open the mind, sharpen intuition, and make dreams easier to remember. Its energy is not forceful. Mugwort does not create visions on command. Instead, it softens the doorway between the conscious and subconscious mind. It helps you listen more carefully to the quiet messages already moving inside you. For people who feel disconnected from their intuition, mugwort is a reminder to slow down, pay attention, and trust the inner voice that usually gets buried under noise, stress, and routine. But mugwort can spread quickly in gardens, so it is best grown in a container if you want to keep it controlled. Spiritually, that makes sense too. This is a powerful plant, but it works best when treated with intention. Number 6. Holy basil, also known as Tulsi, the sacred entrance guardian. Holy basil holds a deeply sacred place in Hindu tradition. In many households, Tulsi is not treated as just another herb. It is cared for with devotion, placed near the entrance or courtyard, and honored as a living symbol of blessing, protection, and spiritual purity. What makes Tulsi so beautiful is that the practice is simple. You water it, you care for it, you visit it daily, and over time that care becomes a form of meditation. Its leaves have a warm clove-like fragrance, and the plant is often used in tea for calming the body and mind. But spiritually, its strongest role is at the threshold. A Tulsi plant near the doorway is believed to bless those who enter, protect the home, and remind everyone crossing that space to leave heavy energy behind. Rue protects like a guard. Bay laurel welcomes success. Hyssop clears what is stagnant. Angelica invokes divine safety. Mugwort opens intuition, and Tulsi turns the doorway itself into something sacred. In the next part, we'll explore lemon verbena, scented geranium, jasmine, and gardenia, 4 plants connected with joy heart, healing love, and sanctuary energy. Number 7. Lemon verbena, the joy bringer. Lemon verbena is the kind of plant that changes the feeling of a room almost instantly. Its leaves carry a bright, clean, lemony fragrance that feels like sunlight after a long season of heaviness. In spiritual traditions, lemon verbena is connected with joy, optimism, emotional renewal, and fresh beginnings. People used it in cleansing water floor washes and doorway rituals before starting something new, a new home, a new relationship, a new chapter, or simply a new emotional season. What makes lemon verbena different from plants used only for protection is that it does not just push negativity away, it invites something better in. It brings a feeling of possibility, as if the air itself is saying, you can begin again. You can grow it in a pot near a sunny window, brush your hand across the leaves when you need a lift, or use the dried leaves in simple home rituals. Its energy is light, cheerful, and hopeful, perfect for anyone who wants their home to feel brighter, warmer, and more alive. Number 8. Scented geranium, the heart healer. Scented geranium is one of the most underrated spiritual plants for the home. While roses often get all the attention when people talk about love and heart energy, scented geranium offers a softer, easier, and more practical kind of emotional support. Its leaves can smell like rose, lemon, mint, or spice, depending on the variety, but rose-scented geranium is especially loved for creating peaceful, heart-opening energy. Traditionally, people grew scented geranium where family tension needed to soften. It was also used in bath pillows and small protective charms. The energy of this plant is gentle. It does not overwhelm the heart. It simply helps people relax, breathe, and become a little less guarded. This is the plant for homes where conversations have become sharp, where relationships feel tired, or where people need to remember how to be kind to each other again. Scented geranium reminds us that healing does not always arrive dramatically. Sometimes it enters quietly through fragrance, softness, and the slow return of peace. Number 9. Jasmine, pure spiritual joy. Jasmine is one of the most powerful plants for changing the emotional atmosphere of a home. When jasmine blooms, the fragrance is sweet, rich, and almost hypnotic. It does not simply scent the room, it transforms it. Across Asia, the Middle East, and many spiritual traditions, jasmine has been associated with love, beauty, divine, feminine energy, emotional healing, and joy. Its flowers have been offered at altars used in ceremonies and grown near windows, so the scent could drift through the home at night. Spiritually, jasmine is believed to raise the feeling of a space. It can make an ordinary evening feel sacred. It can soften sadness, invite romance, and create an atmosphere of warmth and connection. If your home feels dull, emotionally cold, or disconnected, jasmine brings back a sense of beauty. It reminds the spirit that life is not only about surviving, It is also about sweetness, love, and moments that feel blessed. Number 10, gardenia, the sanctuary creator. If jasmine feels joyful, gardenia feels peaceful. Gardenia is connected with purity, calm spiritual protection, and sacred stillness. Its white flowers and creamy fragrance create the feeling of a quiet temple, a place where the outside world becomes softer and the soul can rest. Traditionally, gardenia flowers were used on altars and prayer spaces and in rituals connected with peace and spiritual clarity. The plant itself can be challenging to grow, which makes caring for it feel almost devotional. It asks for patience, attention, and consistency. But when it blooms, the reward is powerful. A single gardenia flower can fill a room with a sense of calm beauty. Gardenia is the plant for anyone who wants their home to feel like a refuge, not just clean, not just pretty, but truly peaceful, a place where the body relaxes, the mind quiets, and the spirit feels safe. So far, we have seen plants that protect, cleanse, bless, open intuition, bring joy, heal the heart, invite love, and create sanctuary. In the next part, we move into 3 powerful Old World guardians, linden, hawthorn, and yarrow plants connected with peace boundaries and courage. Number 11, linden, the peace tree. Linden is one of the most beautiful plants on this list because its spiritual meaning is not aggressive. It does not fight. It does not push. It calms. For centuries, linden trees were planted near homes, village squares, meeting places, and entrances because people believed they created peace. In old European communities, people gathered beneath linden trees to talk, rest, make decisions, and reconnect. The tree became a symbol of harmony, patience, and protection through gentleness. Its heart-shaped leaves already tell part of the story. Linden carries a soft, almost grandmother-like energy, warm, patient, and steady. When it blooms, the flowers release a sweet, honey-like fragrance that attracts bees and fills the air with calm. Spiritually, linden is believed to reduce conflict, soothe heated emotions, and make a home feel more peaceful. It is the kind of plant you want near spaces where family gathers, where people talk, eat, argue, forgive, and begin again. Most linden trees grow large, but smaller varieties can be planted in yards, and young trees can sometimes be kept in containers for a time. Even the idea of linden reminds us of something important. Peace does not always come from control. Sometimes peace comes from creating an atmosphere where people naturally soften. Number 12, hawthorn, the boundary guardian. If linden is gentle protection, hawthorn is serious protection. Hawthorn is a thorny tree with white flowers and red berries, and in old folk traditions, it was deeply respected as a guardian plant. People planted hawthorn hedges around property lines, near gates, and at the edges of land because they believed it could protect both the physical and spiritual boundary of a home. Every part of hawthorn tells a story. The thorns represent defense. The flowers represent blessing. The berries represent life and nourishment. Together, they create a powerful symbol. This home is protected, but it is still alive, beautiful, and sacred. Hawthorn has strong roots in Celtic tradition, where it was often treated with both reverence and caution. It was not a plant people approached casually. Spiritually, hawthorn asks for respect because its energy is firm. It does not simply invite peace. It marks a line. This is the plant for anyone who feels energetically drained, exposed, or too open to other people's moods and negativity. Hawthorn reminds the home that boundaries are not cruel. Boundaries are sacred. They protect what matters. Number 13, yarrow, the courage plant. Yarrow brings a different kind of protection. It is not only about guarding the house, it is about strengthening the people inside it. In old European traditions, yarrow was connected with courage, healing, and spiritual defense. Warriors carried it. Healers used it. Households grew it for protection and resilience. Its fern-like leaves and clusters of small flowers may look delicate, but yarrow is tough. It grows in poor soil, survives difficult conditions, and returns with quiet strength. Spiritually, yarrow is the plant of standing firm. It helps symbolize courage after fear, strength after hurt, and confidence after difficult seasons. If your home has carried stress, conflict, grief, or emotional exhaustion, yarrow brings the message you are not powerless. Some people grow yarrow near the entrance, use it in spiritual baths, or keep dried bundles as symbols of protection and bravery. But even as a living plant in the garden, it carries a strong reminder your home should not only be peaceful, it should help you feel strong. Linden teaches peace. Hawthorn teaches boundaries. Yarrow teaches courage. Together, they create a home that is calm, protected, and emotionally resilient. In the final part, we'll explore frankincense and vervain, two sacred plants connected with temple energy, blessing purification, and holy protection. Number 14. Frankincense, the temple plant. If there is one plant on this list that immediately brings the feeling of sacred space, it is frankincense. For thousands of years, frankincense resin has been burned in temples, churches, prayer rooms, and ceremonial spaces. Its scent is bright, warm, slightly citrusy, and deeply spiritual. The moment it enters the air, the atmosphere changes. A normal room can suddenly feel quieter, older, and more sacred. Spiritually, frankincense is connected with prayer, meditation, purification, and divine presence. It is used to raise the feeling of a space, calm the mind, and help people move out of ordinary stress and into a more reflective state. The living frankincense tree is rare and more difficult to grow than most household plants. It needs warmth, strong light, and very well-draining soil, but that difficulty is part of its meaning. Frankincense is not a casual plant. It asks for care, patience, and respect. Some people keep small frankincense trees near altars, meditation corners, or quiet rooms where they pray, journal, or reflect. Even without burning resin, the plant itself carries the symbolism of sacred offering. Frankincense reminds us that a home does not need to be large or expensive to feel holy. Sometimes one quiet corner, one living plant, and one moment of stillness can turn a room into a temple. And finally, number 15, vervain, the holy herb. Vervain is the perfect plant to end with because it brings together so many themes we have explored today: blessing, protection, cleansing, and sacred energy. In ancient European traditions, vervain was treated as one of the great holy herbs. It was connected with Druids' Roman purification practices, household blessing, divination, and spiritual protection. Temples were cleansed with it. Altars were blessed with it. Doorways were protected with it. What makes vervain powerful is its quietness. It does not look dramatic. It grows with slender stems and small purple flowers, often appearing modest compared to more fragrant or showy plants. But spiritually, it carries a deep history of reverence. People used vervain water to cleanse sacred objects, hung it above doors for protection, or grew it near the home to create an atmosphere of blessing. It was not respected because it was beautiful in an obvious way. It was respected because people believed it carried holiness. And that is the deeper lesson of this entire list. A home does not become a sanctuary only because of furniture, candles, or decorations. It becomes a sanctuary through intention, through what you choose to bring inside, through what you place at the doorway, through what you care for every day. Rue protects. Bay laurel welcomes abundance. Hyssop purifies. Angelica guards. Mugwort opens intuition. Tulsi blesses the threshold. Lemon verbena brings joy. Scented geranium heals the heart. Jasmine invites love. Gardenia creates peace. Linden calms. Hawthorn strengthens boundaries. Yarrow restores courage. Frankincense raises the spirit. And vervain reminds us that holiness can grow quietly in simple places. So, tell me in the comments, which plant would you bring into your home first? Are you drawn to protection, peace, abundance, dreams, or purification? If this video helped you see your home differently, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more videos on spiritual plants, home energy, and simple ways to turn your living space into a sanctuary.